One of my favorite features in Accordance that Accordance has had for years, but some people just forget how powerful it is the Instant Details feature. So right now I have it hidden, but if I click on the Instant Details button here in the main toolbar, that puts the Instant Details right here on the bottom of the screen. Now, if I rest my cursor on a word, for example, if I rest my cursor here on created, in my English text, you'll see I'm getting the English translation, the key number, and the Hebrew word and transliteration. If I want to see more details on this particular word, I can hold down the Command key on the Mac. I believe it's Control key on Windows. And then here it's actually given me a brief definition here through Halot. Another way that you can bring up instant details for a word is by holding down the Option key on Mac or the Alt key on Windows and then clicking on the word. And that will bring up a popover of the Instant Details panel. Now, in the popover of the Instant Details panel, you can make the font smaller or larger. You can also make Instant Details a floating window, or you can copy the content out of Instant Details. In the Instant Details pane at the bottom, you can make the font again larger or smaller. You can also switch to a vertical orientation, which some of our users find helpful, especially if you're going to hold down the Command key and look at an article from a dictionary like Halot. And additionally, you can make it a floating window as well. So I'm going to switch back to the horizontal orientation. And you can also copy the text as well from Instant Details, or you can make this into a floating window. And for a long time, Accordance users who were on Accordance 9 or below, you may remember that Instant Details was a floating window. And this is great if you're on a multi-monitor setup or if you just want to move Instant Details around anywhere. So I'm going to close the floating window and put the stationary Instant Details pane back. You can also customize Instant Details as well. So I'm going to go to the Accordance menu on Mac. This would be the Edit menu on Windows. And I'm going to go to my Settings or Preferences. And if I click on Instant Details, there are some adjustments you can make to Instant Details. So you can make the default font very small to very large or anything in between. You can set it where it will automatically fade when it's a floating window. So when you have it set as a floating window, it'll just kind of fade into the background and then appear again when you're resting your cursor on words. On that popover that we showed, not only can it be done with the Option key, it can also be done by just simply clicking and holding with your mouse. And you can choose whether you want a delay, so short, medium, or long, and we'll demo that here in just a second. You can also choose what do you want displayed in the Instant Details. So if it's a key number, you can choose if you want that English word, the dictionary form, the key number, the English transliteration, and any parsing. In Greek and Hebrew text, you can display the inflected form, the lexical form, the root form, grammatical details. Do you want those abbreviated or in full words? English gloss, English transliteration, the word syntax, the key information, and if you want the German gloss in the ETC-BC or not. And so if we open a Greek Bible, for example, here the NA28 Greek New Testament, I can rest my cursor on a word, and this is what it looks like in the Greek. This is what it looks like if I hold down the Command key and see the article from BDAG. I can also, I'm going to turn off live click to make sure this works well. If I push and hold, the Instant Details can also appear. So that's another way to get to it in addition to holding down Option or Alt. So check out Instant Details. It's a great way to get some quick analysis on words and coordinates. It's been around for years and been one of the fundamental concepts of coordinates. And just a huge time saver, especially if you're an English user that wants to explore some biblical language text, if you're in a key numbered text, or if you're in a biblical language text, you're going to get some really rich information right at your fingertips with Instant Details.